Hi everyone, welcome into My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of our community. I'm Barbara Marville Kelly, your host, and my co-host is Mr. Paul Friedland.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank
we do
you.
have fun together, do we not?
Oh, we have to have fun, absolutely. Our next guest featuring in the West Pasco Chamber of Commerce show is Mr. Joe Massa from Airhawk Heating and Cooling. Welcome.
Thank you.
When I saw the name Airhawk, I thought, oh, that is a strong name. You get stuff done, right?
That's right.
So how long have you had your business in the community?
My business is going on our second year, finishing up our second year.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, very good. And you just joined this past June the West Pasco Chamber of Commerce.
Yes. How could I not join it?
I know. Did he twist your arm?
No, not at all.
It doesn't take much joining West Pasco, I know.
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
But your company's family owned, correct?
Yes.
So you've actually been in business. Have you been in business longer?
No, it's just been the 2 years, but I've been in the industry for about 15, 16 years,
gotcha.
since 1999. And me and my wife, she's half owner, of course.
Gotcha.
I'm the other half. She handles the administrative stuff while I'm out there, working with the customers and helping the guys.
That's a fancy way for saying she handles the money. I've been married too, so I know.
I know, right? Oh, that's great. So I love family-owned businesses.
Yeah. It can get stressful sometimes,
Sure.
but you got to look at the end result. And
You guys cover a 3-county area?
Yeah, we're here in Pasco County, of
Right.
course. We do a little bit of Hernando, a little bit of Pinellas, and actually we do 4 in into Hillsborough. So yeah,
Great.
Yeah, cover about a 25-mile radius area. That way we can get to people very quickly. Because when the air conditioning goes down, they don't want to wait days or hours. They're like, I want you here now, and so that way we try to keep it kind of close knit.
So I would think you have to have a pretty large crew to cover those?
Yeah, you got to have trucks on the road depending on how much advertising and stuff that you're doing.
Sure.
We've got 8 guys, 6 trucks on the road, running about, and it's happened so rapidly. It's quite astonishing. So yeah.
Well, that's great.
And Joe, I know when we first sat and I met you and we were talking about, and we got you signed up as a new member of the chamber, you had some programs. Now, I don't know if they're maybe they're common in the industry, but I was watching you, and you've got programs where you can let your guys right out on the road know that here's the next call coming in. Talk to us about those and some of the things that make you a step above some of the other people out there in the same industry.
Yeah. Well, I can't give you all my secrets, Paul.
Okay.
I'll give you some.
All right.
But yeah, one of the first things I decided when developing my business was no paper. Everything needs to be electronic. So a lot of texting, emails, using web-based programs to communicate to my guys what the next call is. They can use Google Maps, the software that we use. It will send a message to the technician. They download an app to their phone. They open it up. There's Google. It's linked to Google Maps, so it will take them turn by turn. It sends a text message to the customer confirming, hey, Mark is on the way from Airhawk, and that customer has the option to download the app, and they can actually see in real time where the technician is. Oh, he's only 5 minutes away, or I got time to go pick up the kids or something like that.
Isn't that
Now that
Isn't that awesome?
is moving forward.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah, that's
that was like priority number one.
That's
when
amazing.
opening the doors, and you just have to pick and choose what program works best for your company. So
and I would think that is going to be really critical with time management too.
oh, absolutely.
Big time.
Yeah.
I mean, the percentage of time that you're saving just by being on that current cutting edge of technology and knowing where your guys are. I mean, within 5 minutes away. That's awesome.
Yeah, and you can. It's not something that's specific to my company, where you can expand on that app that you download. You can a piano tunist, a doctor, an electrician, a plumber. There's a multitude of tradesmen on there that you can choose from. So it's very intuitive and helpful. Makes things just easy for the homeowner, so it's not a hassle.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Knowing where they are. I know when our air conditioner has gone out, it's like, 5 minutes feels like 5 hours.
All hands on deck.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
All
Yes.
hands on
Yeah,
deck.
now this time of the year wouldn't be quite as critical because we've got some nice weather, but in the heat of the summer, like you said, it's like we don't want to wait.
The floodgates are open. I
Right.
call this catch-up time. Now we start tying up those loose ends and just getting those things done where you think of in the summertime, you're like, make a mental note. I'm going to circle back around to that in November so I can, implement that or just try to make things a lot smoother. So
Absolutely.
Now, Joe, you guys are members of the ACCA.
yeah, of ACCA.
And talk to them about what advantages that gives you too. I know that it has educational advantages with your employees and things too, please.
Absolutely. The ACCA is who sets the standards for the most part in our industry. When you're sizing a system or the ductwork and things like that, they're the ones that say, these are the guidelines that you have to follow and these are the standards. So from everything from the installation to service to management to ownership, they have forums that, every morning I wake up, I have an email of the top blogs that were forums that were chats that were going on within other business owners across the country and things like that. So ACCA is just a very well-rounded source of information that my technicians can utilize, I can utilize, and then when we have these slow times, they've got webinars that you can watch,
Nice.
all kinds of things. They have standardized forms that you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can just go on there. Oh, I need this, and and boop, and there it is.
See that education is huge.
And it's not that expensive. They're not charging an arm and a leg for the membership, and they really help the contractors out there. And
Sure.
So yeah, it's
That's fabulous.
Very helpful.
So you used that 13 or 14 years experience prior to opening your own company to sort of get a feel for what works and what doesn't work, which is probably why you've come out of the boxes so quick and so successfully.
Yeah, I would agree with that. That's being in the industry for so long and not just, making a snap decision. I planned for about a year, getting my business going, laying the groundwork, figuring out how things are going to be done, and then also just being in the industry, knowing what works and what doesn't was very helpful,
That's
So,
the way to do it.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it sounds like you transitioned very nicely, and now you're your own boss and have your own crew, and
It has its own set of challenges. I don't want to
Sure.
paint the pretty picture,
right.
but you think seeing it on both sides. You think from an employee point of view, you think of this, and this, and then when you're on the ownership side, you're like, oh, now I
now
get
you
it.
understand.
Yes.
Which makes you a more well-rounded employer.
Yeah, I would
Yeah, it
agree.
does.
Yeah,
I would agree.
Very
Yeah.
good. So you've been involved since June with the chamber. We have a
Yes.
few minutes left. How has that helped you with your business?
Instantly it helped me generate revenue, but that wasn't my goal by joining the chamber. It was to be with like-minded individuals. So the byproduct of that was revenue, where instantly people started, hey, reaching out to me, I need your help, and things like that. But then just to be around other business owners that you can utilize their services, like, oh, I was just thinking I needed a printer, or I needed a graphic designer, or a web person, and things like that. So the chamber has been very helpful in just giving me ideas that I didn't even know that I needed,
Isn't that something?
Yeah, and the different functions that they have, it's you can make relationships with people that can be very helpful to your business and personally, make good friends.
Absolutely.
And the good news is we haven't seen Joe around a lot lately, and the reason is because business has been so phenomenal. So
And
that's a good challenge to have.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's always a good challenge to have.
Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
will take missing a member anytime to hear that. Well, I really wanted to come to that, but I've just been too busy. Well, that's a
Yeah.
good thing.
I
There's
know.
only so much you need to go
Yes.
around. So,
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
yeah.
Now, do you actually go out on calls yourself? Do
Yeah.
you?
Yeah,
Ah.
these are our uniforms. I don't just sit in an office all day. I did that for many years, but it feels good to be back out in the field and working with my customers, and just being face to face, and leading by example rather than say, hey, go do this. Say this is how you do it. This is how we get it done.
Hands-on.
Yeah.
Nothing like hands-on, and I think your employees respect you more too, that you aren't sitting up there with in a fancy office somewhere. You're
Yeah.
right down there with them.
Yep.
And that just makes it more of a family affair. We have just about 2 minutes remaining.
Sure.
Can you give us a tip on keeping whatever that drain is that gets clogged up, that we have to call you when the air conditioner kicks off and that drain is clogged?
A $30 shop vac will save you time, money, and aggravation. Take it to the outside, hook it up, and if you go to my website or if you go to my YouTube channel or my Facebook, you'll see I have all kinds of videos that show you how to do this, because if that's something that you can fix at home, and clogged drain lines are the top three problems that I see. It's
Yes.
either, capacitor, refrigerant, clogged drain line. So
All of the above. We've done that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And to avoid the drain line issue is just buy a simple $30 shop vac, nothing crazy, doesn't have to be the 60 horsepower megawatt, suckerator. It just, just a regular $30 one, and hook it up to the outside.
And so once that's cleaned, isn't there a rule of thumb with, is it vinegar that you put or bleach, or what is it?
The problem I have with vinegar or bleach is that it doesn't actually remove the breakdown. It breaks it down, it does
Yeah,
its job,
yeah.
but the flow of water is not enough to carry it out.
Oh.
So if you do that, make it a good habit to follow that up with a shop vac and flush it out with some water.
I see.
Yep,
Very
pour some
good.
water,
Very
if you
good.
can.
Very
Yep.
good. Because that will kick your air conditioning off. That ups the stress level because you're going, oh my,
Yeah.
how much is this going to cost me, right?
And damage your home as well, because sometimes they do overspill, damaging wood floors, drywall, things like that. So it can
Yeah.
be a detriment if you don't keep your eye on it. And then also, one of the big things is changing your filter every 30 days, checking it at least every 30 days. And don't go crazy buying the $15, $17 filter. Usually the $3 or $4 pleated filter is more than adequate.
That's what I hear. That's what I hear.
Keep it simple.
Does that not sound like a West Pasco Chamber member, consultative, not looking to come in and make you spend all your money? And if you listen to the three things that are normally the challenge, years ago we're down in Palm Harbor, and the air conditioner was probably at that point 15, 16 years old. And we had a young guy like yourself that was down in the Largo area, came up, was recommended, and figuring out he's going to tell us we needed a new unit, and it was a $95 piece of equipment that
Yep.
fixed it.
Yep,
Those are the ones you appreciate the most.
Yeah, a lot of times it's
And when
something
it did
simple.
finally die, guess who we had come back and replace it for
Exactly.
us? Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I want to thank you for joining us, Joe.
You're
and
welcome.
if you want to get some of these tips, go to airhawkac.com, AIRHAWK. AC.com. I'm going to do that because I think I can use my shop
Yeah.
vac on that.
And Facebook is another great one where we've got videos on there that you can watch.
Awesome.
So,
Thank
all right.
you. Good luck to you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Barbara.
All
I
right.
appreciate it.
Buddy, thanks
Stick
for
around.
coming
We have more to
man.
come
We
here on My
appreciate it.
Chamber TV.
Thank you.